Hi, YouTube. Welcome.
Hi YouTube.
Hell yeah.
Hi YouTube.
Welcome to session 7, 6, I think, a number for sure, of the Word Move Artifice campaign. Last we left off, you guys had been, sort of kidnapped by Cathander's father, who had brought you in some rather lavish carriages and some well-worn, down some well-worn paths, up to a large countryside mansion. They would call this simply a cottage summer home, but based on the gold spires that sort of peak around each corner, and the fact that there is in fact 3 wings and a central house to this estate, referring to it as a cottage or summer home is quite inaccurate. You guys are primarily under the sleep spell at the moment still. Audria, you are in the carriage with everybody on the same side as Cathander's father. He's just sort of looking out the window. He looks generally displeased with existence as a whole, but you're having a bit of trouble whether or not this is a choice he's actively making or just kind of what his face looks like. What would you like to do?
Am I the only one awake?
You are the only one awake. I think Elric would still be awake. However, Elric is not here right now.
Oh, okay. Sorry, my brain blanked for a second. Whose father?
Cathander's.
Oh, okay.
He is a decently tall changeling man in a sort of heavily layered black, or possibly blue. It looks like one of those colors that's just really dark, so it looks black, but it's not. And he's got kind of pale skin, black hair that's kind of slicked back. At the current moment, he has a set of glasses on, but they seem more performative than necessary, as he can just take them off, change his eyes to be a little better, and slip them back in his pocket if ever he felt the need to do so.
Okay. She just feels a little bit awkward. Kind of goes, nice weather over here having.
Doesn't seem like much weather at all. The skies are disappointingly clear. Do you have something you would like to say to me, or are you just making conversation?
Honestly, I find silence incredibly disturbing.
Well, then I apologize. You will be quite disturbed. And he just continues staring out the window.
You're... am I supposed to be nice to you?
Was that in character?
Rude.
Was that in character? Did you say that out loud?
Yes, that was very much in character.
He just kind of raises an eyebrow and goes, well, niceties are not something I feel that I am owed, but, well, I hope you'll be inclined to give them to me regardless as we are approaching, and, well, I would not call them this. There are several gifts that you will be given when we arrive at the estate.
Oh. I feel like that was, is me receiving said gifts dependent on being nice to you?
Spoken like a true businessman. No. No, they are not. They are conditioned upon your involvement in the Council of the Fifth Gate, and furthermore your involvement with my son. So, as long as he is unharmed and generally safe, you will find yourself quite capable of performing any duties you may need to while at the smaller of our second homes. And as he says these...
Sorry, sir, but I think you need a bit more perspective. That's a very big home.
Well, it would be to you, wouldn't it? And he just kind of rolls his shoulder. It's very clear that he calls this the small house, so people can be like, wrong. And he can be like, well, I'm rich, so shut up. As you guys sort of drive around the corner into the quite large driveway, as all 8 of these carriages line up one after another, you guys are let out sort of just as that sleep spell is wearing off. Cathander, you wake up at not the house you ran away from, but one you definitely recognize. As well as Irene, everybody is awake at this point.
So, welcome to the awakeness.
Yes. No worries.
Sorry, Iron's just, a little groggy, waking up.
Yep. While asleep, having that giant's might wear off, you're left a little bent out of shape. As you can see, several boxes of materials Actually, once you get a closer look, they look like the materials you ordered. And looking through them as bit by bit, it seems as though everybody in these carts is simply there to carry a bunch of stuff inside of them. It seems almost like the entirety of your workshop has just kind of been picked up and put in a car and is being unloaded into this mansion. Cathander, you're looking and seeing about the same thing. And Audrey, could you go ahead and give me a perception check?
$17.
17 is good enough. You see a simple box. Seems like it's made to contain papers and files, and then it hits you that being carried into this mansion by a well-dressed butler in a 3-piece white and black suit, seeming to pay no mind as to the significance of the crate in his hand, is carrying the crate you stole from the secret library in the magistrate's office. And that has been included in your affects and personal things that have been brought to this mansion for God knows why.
She's lost herself. I should really work on finding a way to hide, though. We'll very quickly go up to the person that's carrying them,
They sort of
and be like, please be careful with us, please be.
yes, of course, miss.
Where are you taking them?
To your room. And it just keeps walking. If you want to,
she's just going to follow behind him.
Yep. I was going to say, if you wanted to sort of keep talking with him, you would need to follow him into the estate.
Yep.
Awesome. It is a very typical mansion. Spiraling staircases up either side, the wings of this truly massive house sort of stretch out from the main building. They lead you sort of cutting through the right-hand wing of the estate out to a separate building. You can see that 4 or 5 small forges of different capacities and qualities have been built in small little portables for you guys, and these double both as rooms and individual living quarters as well as workspaces and forges. As you walk into one of them, the walls are undecorated. The room has been split sort of 25-75 to sort of a full hotel room on one side and then an entire forge on the other. Moving back out to the front lawn of this place, Cathander, you make your way out of this cart. You're kind of stumbling. The sleep spell always leaves people a little off when they wake up. And you can see your father is clearly looking in your direction, but not at you. What would you like to do?
Can I try to see what he's looking at?
Yeah. You turn your head. He's just simply looking at the grounds he owns. You can see there's a small tree line at the bottom where the carriages would have driven in. You remember this place. You know it quite well. This is where they would have held, like, smaller parties. Parties with only probably the first couple thousand of their top investors. Definitely not enough people to be secluded, but definitely a house big enough to hide in.
Okay, can I approach him?
Yes. He just sort of glances down at you.
Why are we here?
Well, excuse me, certain measures needed to be taken for you to be retrieved. This is a conditional stay. You will do some of your work on the 5th gate here, as there's a family matter that needs attending to. As such, I have allowed you your individual freedoms as you see fit for the most recent years, but things must be done. Important things. Cathander, I hope our transgressed past will not impede upon them.
Where's Scarlet? Is she here?
Your sister.
Yes.
She can be brought if you feel so inclined, but that will have to go through formal request. You will need to explain to me why Scarlet being here is necessary for you to do your work.
Oh, it's not necessary, but God forbid I want to see my fucking sister.
Yes, Cathander, God forbid. Now,
What about Mother?
we will get to her in due time, Cathander. Introductions are in order. I don't believe I've formally met this... dwarf. Of course. This dwarf friend of yours.
Iron?
That is his name?
Why do you care?
Because these people will be working at my house, Cathander. It is respect and decorum, something I had tried my best to teach you. Now, if you are done making a ruckus on the lawn, welcome your friends, or co-workers, as I believe would be better put, into our estate, Cathander. They should be shown around, and due to the hasty nature of what is required here, we don't have the staff to do so for you. I will be in my study. And with that, he turns from you and heads to the left-hand wing of the house.
Okay, so was this all happening on the front lawn this whole time?
Yes. Audria followed through the right-hand wing of the house. I'm going to assign that the west wing arbitrarily right now. Audria going through the the west wing of the house, was led into a sort of back lawn where several large portables or small houses had been set up for each of you to continue doing work on your projects and the fifth gate while you are kept here, and the rest of you were left with the carriages in the front lawn of this mansion.
So only Audrey's inside?
Well, Audria is all the way out back in in their temporary living quarters.
Okay, was anybody who was on the front lawn during that whole exchange speak Dwarvish?
You wouldn't know. These people are quite well studied. Just sort of at a pure staffing level, it is better to have people cover different languages, so there's a good chance that somebody speaks Dwarvish.
Would I know who does?
You would not know the staff that well. You would know, like, specific members. You'd know more than other people, probably to the extent of names, and that's about it.
That makes sense.
Okay.
Can I just go to my room?
Yeah. Do you want to go to your temporary living quarters or the actual room you have in this house?
No, my actual room.
I bet, yeah. You head up to the west wing. It's sort of up on the second layer. It is in the massive spire of things. And it is a quite large room. The bed filling up only a small portion of it, despite being far bigger than any bed has any right to be. It is filled to the brim with toys and trinkets and anything somebody of, 11 to 15 could possibly want.
I wouldn't enter. I just look at the doorway, and then I turn around and go into Scarlett's room, and then just sit there for a while.
Yeah. Scarlett's room is about the same size, but rather than being filled with, like, toy soldiers and race cars or whatever the typical 11 to 15-year-old would like, it is filled with dolls, hairbrushes, makeup. The room itself is sort of suffused in a light pink from the curtains over the window and around the bed. It's just a little girl's room. It's a familiar place. You know, you've spent time in this room with her, but, you know, she's a bit younger than you, even when you left, so it is exactly as you remember it.
Yeah, I just like to sit on her bed and reminisce on the memories.
Absolutely. While you were doing that, we'll move back out to the front lawn, and Iron, what are you looking for with somebody who possibly speaks Dwarvish?
Oh, no, I was going to wonder idly, because while Cathander and his father were having that conversation, I was going to say that Iron was just staring up at the house he called their summer cottage. Mm-hmm. And just in Dwarvish, he was going to say, hold on. Okay. Verech Gorach, which translates to stupid rich.
Nice. Didn't think you would actually pull out real Dwarvish there. That's kind of insane.
Yeah, like I said, I was going to be incorporating it.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Was waiting for it.
So you look up at this tower, sort of making some idle remark. You can hear one of the people moving things from the carriage back to the temporary living quarters, just sort of snicker to themselves as they hear you, and then immediately are like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, and correct themselves before walking away, kind of too fast to be immediately engaged with. Cutting over to Audria, you are in your sort of quickly built house, and is there anything you would like to do while looking through it, or are you guys just gonna kind of spend the rest of your first evening here going through, discovering the place, making sure you've all got a kind of lay of the land for where you're gonna be for the next little while?
That, and the walls are looking awfully bare.
The walls
so
are indeed looking awfully
bare. They may acquire a quick paint as well.
Yes. You would need to ask for that kind of supplies. So you're...
Does she not have hers with her?
Yeah. Oh, true. You mean you just want to, like, take out your painting supplies and start painting the walls?
Absolutely.
Well, this is a temporary building. I don't think they'd care very much. Go right ahead, yeah.
I'm stupid then.
She is there to customize her space without permission.
Yep. You open a little HUD menu and just start sort of selecting panels. Regardless.
Does Iron's room, his guest quarters, have a forge?
There's a sort of balcony on the back of it, by the sort of communal space in the back where there's a large outdoor forge, and both the frame for the fifth gate and the first panel, which you guys have finished creating, have been transported. You are looking at a massive ring in the back of all of your houses, with one of 5 sections of it clicked in there, with sort of wires and connecting pieces waiting for the other segments to click in and begin fully constructing the fifth gate.
So probably Iron would just track down Cathander and be like, "Hey, lad, your family, what did you say they did again?"
What did they do?
Aye, what business are they in?
You could definitely see my face turning paler than it already is as a changeling. And then you can see it, like, very low tone, he mumbles, "Mass gun protection."
Mass gun protection?
Yeah.
I see. In that case, would you happen to have a firing ring sort somewhere on the grounds?
DM, would we?
Absolutely. You know there is one in the first level of the basement. There being several sequential basements.
Filthy rich.
Yep.
Stupid rich.
How aggressively rich can I make one house?
Yeah,
this is the personal challenge.
It's getting to my ego.
In that case, Iron would probably find one of the servants and, like, flag him down. Oi, lad.
Yes, my good sir. What would you need?
I understand you have a firing range.
That we do.
I'd like to make use of it.
Of course. Which of the armaments are you most drawn to? Or do you have your own? My deepest apologies, I would not want to assume.
Oh, I don't need any firearms themselves, lad. But if you have any particular things you wish not to go up in smoke, I'd remove them from the lanes.
Of course, the entire place has been elementally fortified for your convenience, sir. Do not worry a moment. Please, if you would simply follow me, I will lead you right there, post-haste.
Lead on then, lad.
And
follow the servant off the
sort of ignoring your more friendly attitude, he is like... his back is completely straight, his shoulders are squared, he is walking in a way that could be directly measured, uniform, step by step, down a set of winding stairs to the first of many doors and platforms on it. And he walks down a small hallway. This entire space is sort of carved into the stone beneath this house. And leads you to a room that reeks of magic. As artificers, you guys have just sort of a gentle understanding of true arcana, but this place is so suffused with abjuration magic, the air is a little thicker. As you walk into what looks like a police shooting range, and the butler just sort of moves over and stands in a corner.
So, Iron will just approach one of the lanes, and he'll test it off by firing out a few fire bolts.
Yeah, they seem completely normal. You have a decent aim. I'll say you're more than able to hit the target with each throw. But, you know, you're not blasting the heads off of these things just yet.
So then after he does a few practice shots, remembering how first at the gate he pretty much exploded a wall. And then on the way here, he barely made a dent when he fired off on the road.
Yes.
He's going to concentrate on all the same feelings that he had. And he's going to go...
What kind of feelings specifically?
So, I think he will remember that he was kind of pissed off. So he's going to try and tap into some of his inner rage.
Yeah, go ahead, give me a charisma saving throw.
So he's going to like try and tap into the inner rage. He's going to focus just like he did the first time. He's like, all right, fire lady. If you actually do honor our pact, show me something interesting. You said a charisma?
Yep.
It's saving throw, right?
Yes.
Nine.
Can I flash of genius a saving throw?
I believe so.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
You're only allowed one flash of genius per person per check. So I'm not gonna let you like dump a bunch to beef it up to something stupid. But you know,
I think I'll at least bring it up above a 10.
Well, yeah, that's a good idea.
Let me double check just exactly what that brings me to. I think that'd be a 20. Let's see. Where's my flash genius?
It's
they're bringing it up to a 12.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be a 14?
No, for mine it's only +3.
Oh, okay. Makes sense. Kind of sad, but makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So 12 total.
12 total? Yeah. You... are you casting a spell or just another firebolt?
Another firebolt. I want
awesome,
to see
it. You go to do another firebolt, you kind of swing your arm into it. I imagine Iron casting spells in a very, combative way. Like, you swing your hand to cast a firebolt the same way you would swing your backhand on an axe. And as you sort of throw out that firebolt, it kind of stops about a foot in front of you, just staying there for a moment before fizzling out.
Damn, it just fizzles?
Yeah. You get the spell out. For a moment, there is a small arc of fire hovering about half to a full foot in front of your hand, but about 5 seconds later, it just puffs into ash and smoke.
Alright, he's gonna try again. He's gonna be like, "Come on, you damn woman! You said you were gonna give me power. Show me power!" And he's gonna hold that firebolt and try and charge it up. Both hands, kind of like y'all ever seen Dragon Ball Z?
Yes.
Character Tien, the Tri-Beam.
Oh, delightful. Yep.
He's gonna hold his hands out like that, try and charge it up, and then fire off again.
Bam. Yeah. Go ahead, give me an Arcana check this time with disadvantage.
Oh, with disadvantage.
Isn't it just dope that we have a fire range in the basement?
Yeah.
Quite literally a fire range. Oh, that could have been so good. The good one was an 18.
Oh,
that hurts.
What'd you get? A 5?
A 5?
Alright.
No, I'm gonna use a luck.
Okay.
Oh.
If you're using the luck, do you want to just take the 18?
Yeah, sure.
Alright.
Oh.
We'll alleviate a little bit of chance from this dice game. You brace yourselves, you line your hands up in a square because it is a square, and you put your hands forward, sort of feeling that heat, trying to manifest it. Every time you've done this, it has been a release of emotion, of energy. Something big happens, and this strength kind of responds to it. Actually trying to call upon it seems to be much more difficult. As you push out another firebolt, and it goes backwards. A sort of blanket of fire spraying backwards onto the black wall. The butler takes a small cloak from the side, puts it over his face. As the entire back half of this firing range is, for less than a full second, engulfed in flames, and then similarly to when it simply hovered in front of you, it fizzles to ash and smoke, the air in this room getting even thicker than it already was.
Holy shit.
I imagine Iron turns around to the butler and both her eyebrows are looking a little singed.
Iron's eyebrows are definitely slightly singed. The butler's holding up what is essentially a blanket riot shield. he's just kind of covered his body in a both magically and non-magically fireproof blanket. So the spell just kind of bounces off of him, and he just... Great work, my good sir. Excellent potency.
He'll just turn to the servant and he'll be like, not a word of this to anyone.
So be it.
Head to the forge, dead.
One more time, good sir?
He'll look to the servant and say, not a word of this to anyone. Take me to the forge, dead. I think we're done here.
Of course. I am excited to see what work you will accomplish. And he turns around, just starts walking, leading you back through the west wing to where your sort of more private spaces are and the more formal forge. Moving now over to Audria. As you are, I assume at this point, you've already taken about a few hours to cover your room in several paintings of flowers, birds, butterflies, some recognizable landmarks from the city of Daedalus, something like that. And you were at this point just exploring the grounds. Almost immediately, once you left the general sort of grassy area where your temporary housing units are, you were followed by just one young female servant girl who's just kind of at a slightly further than respectable distance, being very quiet, but making sure that you aren't wandering into, like, an active kitchen or a room that is currently being cleaned. Every once in a while, she will sort of cough into her hands and stand in front of a door you can't go through, but other than that, she is entirely unobtrusive.
I think Audrey would just be incredibly friendly, actually.
Yeah.
Like, even staying back a little bit to try and, like, talk to her as well. So what's your name? I'm Audrey. Have you been here a long time?
Yes. Excuse me. Hello, Audrey. My name is Alice. I've been here for about 4 years. I came from a butlering school somewhere quite north of Daedalus, about 4 days' journey. I graduated top of my class, not valedictorian, but one of the highest marks of my year, and post that I've been working through several houses and noble families. They had hired me on, by our metrics quite recently, but as I said, several years ago, and I am excited to work here. I'm grateful for the opportunity.
Do they treat you well? Do you have fun? There are lots of butlers here. It must be very boring, actually.
Of course. They treat me quite well. The pay and the hours are good. The specificities of the job, while I cannot discuss with a client, are far above the typical niceties that we would receive. We all have private living quarters, unlike the barracks I have become accustomed to in several other families. The food is good. We are fed the same. We are given the same respects as guests in this house. However, we are servers.
I see. So, you keep standing in front of doors that I kind of want to go behind.
Yes,
why?
Unfortunately, we had to move sort of hastily in order to get this place set up for the guests coming next weekend, and as such, several rooms, such as the many kitchens or dining rooms or guest rooms that are currently being cleaned and cleared out, are inaccessible to potential guests. I can check with the master of the house that there is a specific room you would like to go into. However, as a general rule, anywhere that is being actively worked on is out of bounds for anybody other than the work.
I see. Who's coming next weekend?
Of course, there are several investors and family members coming by. There is a succession ritual that needs to happen that weekend, and that is... never mind, my apologies. I should not have said that. There's an investor.
I want to hear. Is it Cathander?
Go ahead and give me a charisma check. I assume you are simply attempting to charm your way into information that she is fully not supposed to give anybody, let alone you.
It's 12.
Well,
for the sake of it, I'm gonna flash and genius it.
For the sake of it, okay, that would make that a 17. And she goes, well, come here. And she sort of opens a side door. You can see you guys are in a walk-in closet, not full of, like, shoes and shirts and outfits, but full of kitchenware. Pots, pans, knives, so many spatulas. And... sorry, that made me chuckle a bit. And she's like, yes, I'm really not supposed to say,
it's okay, yes. I won't say a word, I promise.
Thank you.
She holds up her pinky.
She takes it readily, and you get a better look at this girl. She looks about 16. And she goes, yes, okay, yes, there's a succession ritual. A second head of the house needs to be appointed. Unfortunately, the second master of ceremonies and the second master of the house has, I'm supposed to say, disappeared. And unfortunately, Cathander is going to need to fill that role. I don't suppose he would want to. He doesn't seem very inclined, but there are some things that the investors need to do, some knowledge they need to give him. With the detect thoughts you're throwing up there, I assume that's why you're doing this?
Yep.
Yep. To sort of get more information out of this. You can see that genuinely...
Absolutely. I want to know what disappeared means.
Oh, dead. It means dead.
Oh, brilliant.
It means, you can tell...
Just confirming.
Both, you get from this detect thoughts both that she is talking about Cathander's mother, and that the widest accepted thing is that she has died.
Okay.
You also know that she was told to say disappeared by Cathander's father, who didn't want to kick up any fuss, any unnecessary drama. And as she's sort of rambling on, giving you way more information than she legally should be, you get just that little bit more. You get that this investor meeting happens anytime a family member dies, and has happened more often as of lately. However, this is the first time in about a year and a half that it has happened, so it is kind of still a big deal. She doesn't know the specifics of what the initiation actually is, or what they will be doing, what kind of information they will be talking about. She is simply not permitted to know those kinds of things. But you do get that while she seems excited for it, in her mind, she's kind of got a bad picture of it. Like, something horrible is going to happen. But you can sense that is kind of just the superstition of a young employee.
Fun. We love that. Did she catch who is next to be second?
Oh, Cathander.
It's Cathander. Okay.
It is 100% Cathander, yes. Cathander's mother died, and he needs to be initiated into the second of the house and master of ceremonies.
And we will be here for that?
You are guests of honor at that. This is something she's actively telling you. She's like, yes, all of you will be there. At the dinner and at the ceremony, there's a private portion for family members and tier 1 investors. However, I believe Cathander could request one, maybe 3 or 4 people to be able to join him. At the most, he would have to have another talk with his father, and I don't suppose those go typically well. But if you inform him beforehand, please don't. I don't think he's very good at keeping secrets, but he may be able to. Yeah, he may be able to request.
Okay. Thank you. This was very helpful, actually. She kind of just tries to link her arm with hers and goes, I think we're going to be great friends.
Yeah, go ahead, give me another charisma check.
This is not a charisma character. I should have sunk more into her charisma. 11.
All right. I already sort of in my head lowered the DC a great deal because, well, yeah, you are going to be great friends. You link arms with her. You see both in the oh my god, how scandalous. One of the butlers is arm in arm with a client, kind of blushing, and also the gist of, oh, this is a 16-year-old girl, and she just got grabbed out of a secret room mid-conversation. Her face is bright red. And she's smiling. She genuinely looks like she's having a fun time going around with you, and she stops sort of hanging back and is more so just pointing out and being like, yes, down there is this and this and this. Over there is one of the many wings just simply full entirely of guest rooms, kitchen, dining room, serving room, sleeping quarters on this end. And she just is giving you a more formal tour at this point, still linked arm in arm.
Anyone gives Alice any kind of dodgy look, Audrey was just giving her a bit of a death glare for a second, as if to say, "Don't mess with me."
Yeah, go ahead, give me an intimidation check with advantage, please.
Sure.
I love the dichotomy.
19.
Nice. I love the dichotomy between what everybody's doing. Iron is down in the basement, blowing his eyebrows to singes. Audria is making friends with the kitchen staff, and Cathander is crying upstairs in his sister's room.
Exactly, genuinely.
It's honestly pretty authentic to our characters.
Yeah. Yeah. You absolutely succeed. Everybody who gives a weird kind of what is she doing? Look, catches your eyes and immediately is like, there's something inhuman and wrong with that person. I'm not gonna Yeah, I think for my own safety, I'm not going to do anything.
Excellent. And then she'll probably go and try and find the others at some point. She does still partly feel responsible for their safety.
Of course. You are the bodyguard.
Yes.
At this point, she's sort of explaining to you the different levels. There's like there are some levels that are like, oh, these are utility levels, these are power levels, these are just storage levels, this is a library, you can't go on any of the floors lower than this level. And as she's sort of walking you down the stairs, explaining one by one, you hear a sort of poof and see smoke billowing out from underneath one of the doors as Iron walks out a few seconds later with much less facial hair.
Oh, you saw a barber! Brilliant!
Iron will just
You're smelling a
quickly
little
duck behind the butler and cast Guide Self.
Yep.
I'm gonna replace his facial hair.
You're gonna replace your eyebrows. I'd like to think.
Question: can one mend facial hair?
If the hair is nearby, yes. I would say, just based on the fact of being a dwarf, your beard stays, and it's just your eyebrows and eyelashes that are completely gone.
Magical beard, magical beard.
Alright, complete tone shift. Moving back up to Cathander. You are in your sister's room. It has been several hours. The sun is just starting to set, so the soft pastel pink is turning to a honestly uncomfortable reddish maroon color, as what is coming through the window is not a childish pastel, but an almost blood color. What would you like to do?
I know that would be like that's why my parents dyed it, right?
Yeah. You would know your parents basically made this room entirely pink, not thinking of what happens when orange light goes through a pink filter. So it's just simply trick of the light that makes it kind of
so they
gross.
Didn't know?
Yeah, it's early evening.
It seems like it's their character. I do. Would Father said he went to his study, right? That'd be close by, I'd assume.
Yeah. You're in the east wing with all of the personal rooms, all of the family members' rooms. You would know he's nearby, probably 1 or 2 levels above you.
Okay. Currently, right now, I'm sitting on the floor and having my back towards the bed's edge and just thinking, and you can see a few things click in my head. I think something is clicking, but really it's not. And you can see him his tears grow more, and he's becoming frustrated.
Mm-hmm.
And he just goes up. And can I go into my father's study?
Yeah. Can you give me a perception check as you're leaving the room?
Okay.
Be a crazy time for a nat 1.
15.
Okay. You look around, you take just one little look. There's a bunch of spiders in here now. As you're sort of exiting the room, you gotta close the door, and you can see about 4 or 5 of them alone, just out plainly. And you know what they say about spiders. If you can see one, there's 10 that you can't.
I honestly would not know if they could understand me or not, but I'm like still crying, and I'll just like say to them before I shove the door closed, I know, I'll be right back, and then I'll just keep going.
Yeah, absolutely. You see that as you leave, you feel the armaments on your body. You know they understood you. You know that those spiders will be waiting there and are not gonna let that place come to a lot of harm and disarray.
Kind of cute. But also scary. Yeah, I'd like to go to my father's study.
Yeah. You knock on the door. You see that there's a stained glass centipede on the front of it.
Did I answer?
You knocked on the door. He hasn't responded.
I would have knocked.
Oh, you would just walk right in?
No, I'd barge in.
Oh, delightful. How well behaved. You barge through, and he sort of had the same response that I did. He just kind of looks up and is like, well, what are you going to do now?
Oh, I'm gonna do a lot of shit. How'd you find me?
This family is one of 6 major investors in the city of Daedalus. I've known where you are the entire time. When you went to the second gate, since it is a prominent power source of the nearby region, it requires certain protections. We are the ones who supply those protections. As soon as you arrived in the building, I got an alert and headed there post haste. Do you have any more silly questions?
Oh, you piss me off. How are you so fucking calm as I, like, go up to his desk and, like, put both hands on it, like, slamming it?
Yeah, you slam your hands on the desk. He pushes his chair out so calm. Like, zero emotion on his face at all. He goes, it may have something to do with the $250 million I make each month, but for most of this, it is because there is a quite important event that is happening next weekend, and it requires a amount of emotional investment that leaves me quite drained in other aspects. I apologize if I seem more blasé than normal, Cathander. We will talk of emotional things afterwards.
No fucking way. Why am I here? How did you know I was in Daedalus? And if so, why did you let me stay there? What do you have to do with the gates?
I have nothing to do with the gates. It is a contract.
Why do you?
We have contracts with everybody. We have connections. The magistrate was a personal friend of your mother's. When they were quite young, they went to school together. And as
Speaking
such,
of my mother.
Yes.
Where is mother? Where is mother?
I believe that will be a more tactless conversation than this one. I think we should finish this first, and while I do trust in your right to have that information, how about after dinner tonight?
At this point, I'm completely hysteric.
Yep.
I just swipe everything on the desk and throw it on the ground. Where is my mother?
He is going to, as it falls off, he's just gonna mage hand catch it, and he just moves it back right to where it was, and he goes, "Alright then. Cathander, your mother is dead. She went missing about a month after you ran away. She went to look for you and did not come back. We have sent every available search party, and there is still a quite sizable portion of our staff that is out looking for her nearby or anywhere. We have hired adventurers, sorcerers, wizards, druids, bards, parties in there entirely, and multiple minor deities that can be paid and bought to find her if possible. None of them have come up with anything, and divination spells have only shown that it is quite likely that she is dead. I am very sorry.
At this point, I'm just full blown out and shocked, and you'd see me step back a bit, and I just go, I killed her. It's because of me. It's because of me. She's gone. Oh my god! I killed my mother. And then you see me turn around and just like run hysterically back to my sister's room, and then I'm going to pull out my book, write Hersha's name, and then.
Oh god! As soon as you close the door on your sister's room, you see it is sewn shut with webbing. There were no spiders. You simply slammed the door, and as you pulled your hand away, almost sort of falling out of you, ropes thicker than, like, binds and chains of webbing, and far stronger than any steel you could forge, are sewn across the door, and even as your father twists the key and tries to open it with all of his strength, he cannot, and after a few minutes of wordlessly trying, he walks off. We will get to what happens when you write that name in the book, that name that under any other circumstance should not be spoken, a name that, if spoken, could result in the instantaneous death of several people. But you simply said it and wrote it, and you see the room grow dark, and we will dramatically tone shift again and move back down into the basement, where Audria and Elric are... Nope, Audria and Iron are just standing around. Each of their respective follow-around butler, just sort of at a respectable distance, as they are reunited, I'll say.
Just quick clarification.
Oh,
did he actually say the name aloud, or did he just write it in the book?
Cathander, I will leave that choice to you.
I mean, she did say write it, so I'll just say write it. I'm scared if I said that. I'll just write it.
You should be.
Yeah, okay. She told me specifically to just write it down, so that's all I did.
I will tell you, writing it down will allow her to appear in a sort of projection or sort of command the immediate space around her. If you were to write the name in the tome and say it out loud, that would border on a full manifestation, and she would quite literally be in the building with you.
Oh, fun. I would have done that if Elric was here, but...
If Elric was here. If we had a full party to start this boss fight, yeah.
I'll just write it.
Yep.
We'll save that for later.
Yep. We'll the drama will ramp up, don't worry. As if it hasn't. But yes, that is a point of clarification I was gonna get. Thank you. So yeah, you guys are in the basement. Alice just sort of waves at the other butler, who nods disappointingly and receives a quite hideous death glare that puts him in his place quite quickly. And he stands back and is like, oh, okay. This is a situation I've become a part of.
Smart man.
So what are you guys going to do? It is roughly about 7 p.m. The sun is just starting to go down. There's still no real light here. All the lights are sort of fluorescent bulbs that buzz lightly down a long hallway. But you guys, for the most part, have the run of this big-ass mansion. You know dinner will be happening quite soon, but till then, what would you like to do?
I think Audrey would want to have a check-in on Cathander as well.
Yeah.
Especially after what she's been told.
Yeah. You go up. Yeah. You guys make your way back up the stairs. Alice is more than happy to show you where Cathander's room is, to the mild chagrin of the butler I'm going to on the spot name Conwell. And you
Nice.
are led immediately up the stairs. Why are you casting Misty Step?
No, I'm just checking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This really seems like
Sorry, it was historical, not cost.
Oh,
Why are you casting this?
It just
it was like Elric
just
casting a lightning
preparing.
bolt every 5 minutes.
Oh, Alric with his thunderbolt.
It was his lightning bolts, yeah. Regardless,
you can't be too prepared.
you don't Misty Step up the stairs as you are moving. Most of the stairwells in this place take the form of long spirals, which you are noticing is not efficient. Every time you need to go up a level and the stairs don't go that high, you need to walk pretty much halfway across the whole estate to a different winding spiral staircase and continue going up. In the eastern spire, as you guys are making your way up, you start noticing cobwebs. Conwell immediately takes out a feather duster and starts clearing them. Alice nods appreciatively and goes, there is still work to do, and pulls out one of her own, and as you go up, it's just more and more and more, and it gets to a point where
Audrey starts going quicker.
Yeah.
Back to the point that she's nearly running. She's like, she's seen this before, she knows that there's trouble.
Mm-hmm. Where
Oh yeah, Iron's doing the same. He's
both
flicking
Alice
his-
and Conwell go to sort of
flicking his wing.
brush away a cobweb, and their feather duster gets fully caught in it, and they cannot pull it free. As you got
She's also just gonna say to them, go back downstairs.
but do you know which room it is?
No, just go back downstairs. I'll call you a bit later to come clean. Promise. But for now.
Oh, here.
Downstairs.
And she throws you a sending stone in the shape of a business card. It is a
That's
small
adorable.
white card with her name printed in gold lettering on the front. Simply, if you hold the card, say the name, it will allow you to send the message cantrip directly to the person, disregarding the typical range of a sending spell. Sorry, of a message cantrip.
She nods and tucks it into her pocket. Yep, will do. But for now, downstairs, safe. I will give you a call
safe.
when you're okay.
Iron will
Yeah.
just say the same thing to Cornwall.
He just nods, picks back up the fireproof blanket, just sort of offers it to you,
Iron will just kind of
folded over one arm. He has it like a beach towel almost. If
That'll
in
work.
case, my good sir.
Iron will just kind of quickly take it and just Not a word.
Of course.
How does it feel to have your own butlers, guys?
You take it. Simple thing. Put on the cape. Attune to the cape. Gives you resistance to fire damage. Very simple cape.
Does it need to be attuned?
You do need to be attuned to it, yes. Being an artificer, you have more attunement slots than God.
Winding. Like, are you able to like just disregard the stairs and go up a tower? How does this?
It is a large tower with several rooms, on each floor. Generally, a floor will have 2 rooms. To the other end of those 2 rooms, out of the hallway, there is a spiral staircase winding up the entirety of the tower.
Is it like one of those, like,
basically, can we winged boots up the middle to get to...
Yes, you can winged boots up the middle.
That's exactly where I was going with that.
Cool. I knew that's where you're going, that's where I was going. I thought I'd just cut to it.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys wing boots up the middle. You have to go still around the spiral. You're moving much faster because you're flying, but it gets to a point where the middle of this thing is entirely encased in the same steel strength webbing.
I'm gonna start shooting them with fire bolts. Trying to set them on fire.
They burn away immediately. The nature of your fire is one of the very few things that could destroy this webbing.
Is it any fire or just
divine fire?
Ooh. Divine.
Because the only thing that can be one evil god is a second eviler god. And as you guys are rocketing up these stairs, you get to a point where the webbing is almost tying the whole ways together. However, Iron, you are just like almost in the same way of burning hand, just kind of, you've got your hand forward, it's just thump, 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 taking care of anything in your path.
Wait, I have burning hands. Would that help?
No.
No, your fire's not good enough.
Unfortunately, your fire is not.
Fine, I'll stand here and look pretty. You do all the work. Don't hear me complaining.
Sorry. Sorry, that really killed me.
Can I just say I feel like Sleeping Beauty? Like just, chaos is happening, everybody's trying to get to my room, and I'm just like sleeping.
You're just at the top of this tower.
Exactly.
Yeah. But as this is happening, I guess it is only appropriate to cut back over to Cathander as you write the name in the book. The webs in this place start pulsing and shaking. You are not in your own room. However, this entire room becomes encased in almost a cocoon of webbing that starts spreading beneath the door and out the window. You cannot see any details in this room, and the webbing is... it almost looks like it's glowing black. Typically, it produces light when things glow. This seems to simply produce darkness. As you are looking about, and from the book, fear and manipulation in all that it is crawls with its many legs forth from the pages. You can see she looks like every fear, You can see impossible falling distances between each of her legs. In her hands, the strangled cries of those afraid of violence enacted upon them and others. In her face, both the white of a clown and the mandibles of a hungry insect. She is truly present in this room. Not physically there, but truly present.
Sorry. That seems cool. Yeah, I'm still hysteric. I went into this without a thought after learning the news, and I'm just going to say, is it true?
Is what true? Are you okay? God, I'm so sorry. I couldn't help you.
Just stop.
Of course.
Is what your sister said true?
What did my sister say to you?
That one of your daughters killed my mother.
I wouldn't know. I am one of few who gives my followers their free will. I find it's beneficial. Do you know which one it was? As she crushes her hand together, and all three of the remaining sisters are strung, their mouth covered in webs, their hands bound behind their backs, and their legs tied to the floor. And she goes, Do you know which one?
Oh my god. What the fuck?
Is there a problem, Cathander?
Yes, there's a problem. This. Stop it. I just want to know if it's true.
I can't find that out for you. I do not have information. I am fear. I am not knowing. I am sorry, Cathander.
Let them go.
Of course. She snaps her fingers and they disappear back into the webbing.
Why? You sent them to help me, so you knew she was coming.
No. I sent them to give you a gift.
A gift? What fucking gift?
The armor.
Oh, did they give me the armor?
Yeah, they forcefully put it on your body seconds before they started dying of mysterious causes.
Oh, okay. And then they found out that knowing was coming. It wasn't fear, right?
One more time?
And then the sisters themselves, they're the ones who figured out that knowing was coming. It wasn't like they didn't know coming in.
They did not know knowing was going to be there. As that scene was unfolding, they were like, oh shit, knowing's here. We need to leave. This is really bad. And two of them just didn't make it in time.
Yep. Why'd you put the talisman on? Why'd you power up the gate with your talisman?
Oh. There's a logic to this that I'm not sure you'll understand, Cathander, so I'll try my best. There is someone who is so afraid of the place itself that it feeds me. And having something in the exact room they are afraid of is beneficial. It makes me stronger, and in turn, makes you stronger. I want you to be safe, Cathander. I don't want anything to happen to you.
Couldn't you have told me that? I mean, it was a gift to me. I could have used that while I was dying on the fucking floor. I could have called you so you'd save me, but no, you decide to keep secrets and have your daughters do your bidding for you? Why even give it to me?
Think of it like an anthill. I have my daughters. They are ants. They're very small, little, in my hand. And she opens her hands to reveal about 4 or 5 small spiders. She goes, and every so often, an ant will walk up on a nearby blade of grass and call to me. Or I will notice and call to it, like what happened with you. And then she picks up another spider from off the floor. She sort of positions it in front of your face, and they will get things from me, and I will give things to them, and I will gain strength from them, simply causing people to be afraid. And you can see as the spider starts sort of making a small web down, as she's begins sort of doing a bit of cat's cradle incredibly slowly with the spider's web as it goes. But if that little ant goes back into the anthill, I can't interact with it. I can scream, I can wave above the anthill, but I can't really go in it, 'cause, well, you know what would happen if you stuck your finger into an anthill. There wouldn't be much of an anthill left. Does that make sense to you, Cathander?
I mean, yeah, but... Okay, fine. But I want you to be honest about everything. Okay, I want you to start from the beginning. Knowing... Oh, I'm not gonna... Can I say the name in the... Because I'm in her realm? Oh, that scared me. That scared me.
Do you say it?
No, I'm just gonna say her sister. Yeah, let's be safe. Let's be safe.
Not
Your
a bad
sister...
idea. Yes.
Your sister said that we were trying to stop her plan by building the 5th gate. But you wanted me to build the gates.
Yes. Well...
To stop knowing?
Yes.
And you couldn't have told me that?
There is a game and a battle far larger than you, Cathander. It's... Several things depend on what people know. Several things depend on what people believe. And it is in my nature to conceal, to hide, to lie. Cathander.
That makes things so much easier. Now I just know I can't trust you. I'm just a pawn in your little game.
No, Cathander. You are my knight. You are my ant in the anthill. You are everything human that I can't be. And as this conversation is happening, the two of you reach the hallway. As you guys are approaching the door, you can see several large spiders sort of falling down. If you would like to engage them, you can roll initiative. Otherwise, give me a strength saving throw to avoid them grappling you.
Oh. Sorry, guys.
As we approach, I'll just kind of give a side glance.
I can't dex. Sorry.
I'll just give a side glance to Audrey.
Mm-hmm.
Deal with this. I'll punch through.
I think we need to get to him. These are just distractions.
How far are we from the spiders?
pretty close. Close enough that they could drop from the ceiling and try to grapple you.
How far are we from, say, like, his bedroom door?
I'd say give or take... Excuse me. I'd say give or take maybe 30 to 40 feet.
And how much space is there in this hallway? How tall is the hallway?
I'd say about 50 feet by 20 feet.
Ooh, perfect. Oh.
Have you got a way through the door?
I'm not trying to call your player actions here, but you did just ask how big the room was.
Barba.
Okay, so I'll say to Audrey, stick behind me. And then in a rapid succession, Giant's Might and Enlarge. So I go to huge.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh.
You are barely able to fit in this hallway anymore. You are, like, actively hunched over at the top.
Actually, hold on. Before that, quick, I forgot to ask, how big are the spiders?
About, like, furniture-sized? Like,
would they be considered medium or large?
They would be considered large.
Damn. Okay, and then...
No.
Knowing that...
They would be medium. They would be medium.
Okay. Then yeah, nothing changed then.
Okay.
So now I'm huge in this hallway.
Mm-hmm.
And they're only medium, so they can no longer grapple me.
That is absolutely true.
Oh.
You are, however, surrounded by many of them who have quite strong webbing. And as you grow, they are going to essentially try and Gulliver's Travels you and kind of string around and sweep your legs. Can you go ahead and give me a strength check? With advantage, I'll say, because you are large enough where a steel bar wouldn't really restrain you all that much.
It's a straight strength check?
Straight strength check, with advantage.
Yeah. Natural 20.
Delightful.
Nice.
24 total.
You simply kick them away as these spiders about the size of love seats fling and splatter against the wall. Would be a splatter of blood is instead a splatter of much smaller spiders that kind of balloon out from them, caking the walls in an inky black.
Hey, real quick, just need to... On my screen, the dice showed that the B was up for a natural 20, but then the game log shows it as only a 14. Oh.
Then I'm not 100% sure. We will ignore that.
You gonna do a reroll?
No, you got a crit. It's fine.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
So I didn't even look at the game log, I just looked at the dice that were on screen.
Yep.
Okay. So we're still calling that a crit, though?
We are still absolutely calling that a crit.
So... You said her flames don't do anything, but mine do.
Yes.
Okay, so then I'm going to basically just, like, wade through the spiders, however many are left. I'm just going to place my hand up against the door if it looks still covered in webs.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to start shooting firebolts through the keyhole.
Through the keyhole? I think...
I mean, like, clear out whatever webbing is.
Yeah, I think you're just a little bit too big to accurately go through a keyhole.
I'm not, like, trying to actually shoot it through the keyhole into the room, just, like...
Oh, okay, just...
clear web.
As you start moving your way through, all of those spiders are still trying to attack you guys, even the both of you. And you just sort of swat them away, and you feel your arm kind of prickle, in a sense, as you just simply have to touch the webbing along the walls for it to begin melting. As you start exuding a small to moderate amount of heat. Audria, could you take... pretty decent, 1 whole point of fire damage.
Oh, shit, I've got the aura now?
Whether it is temporary or not, it is definitely something that is happening right now.
Oh.
Okay.
Burn my whole house.
I'll start with your father's room.
Good. Frick this place. It's not even the main house.
If I go down, you go down with me, Cathander.
Kurt is just gonna ask, Darren, have you got this? Can I get through the door? Can I leave you here to get through the door on your own?
Hey, I can make it through. Do what you need to do.
Okay. She's just literally going to Misty step through the door.
Oh.
Yeah. Absolutely. We will get to that in just a moment. That does explain why you were checking the rules on Misty Step.
Is that one of those where you can take
I was planning. No, yes. So it's not dimension door. I can only take myself. But it does mean that I don't have to see through the door. I can just hop through.
Nice. Okay. I was just about to ask that specifically.
The caveat of having to be able to see where you're going.
Mm-hmm. So, Cathander, you are speaking with fear. You are in conversation as you begin to hear screaming, blood-curdling, pained screaming coming from outside the door in the hallway.
Would I be able to wake myself up?
You're not asleep.
Oh. How would I know how to leave this place, I guess?
No, you would not.
Okay, I'll just ask her then. Get me out of here.
You wanted answers, Cathander.
Did you not hear that? I said get me out of here.
The page. You need to destroy it.
When can I talk to you again?
Whenever you sleep, or if you write my name in the book, or if you say my name aloud.
Oh, and that'll just kill everybody with me, huh? Yeah, I'd rather pass. I'm saying that in character, by the way.
I am not a lethal force, Cathander. Calling forth heat or earth, they would kill most anybody. I have the ability to choose.
So you choose who to kill, or kill nobody?
I would choose who survives.
One last thing.
Of course.
Your sister asked about the book. Why does she want to know?
Because it's hers. I stole it. to give to you.
Sorry, I'm processing. Oh shit. Why me? Why'd you even steal it?
Because, Cathander, you are my perfect soldier. You hear another scream from in the hallway.
I'll just rip the page and like wake up, and the first thing I'll do is like try to cast arcane lock on the door because I'm afraid somebody will walk in.
Yeah.
And I just see Audrey there.
You tear the page. Suddenly, all of the webbing and spiders are gone, and in the exact moment that you rip it in half, the physical name written there tears. Audrey pops with a puff of smoke, or mist, if you will, into the room as everything is returned to normal. However, Audrey, you can see looking at Cathander that his hair is white.
Yeah, everybody find a barber today, and I wasn't invited.
By the way, DM.
Yep.
Iron on the outside. His way in was going to be he was going to punch the door in. So I don't know when you want to get to that part.
About now.
Imagine like Audrey's right on the other side, and like she just gets smacked by the door.
Audrey, you.
Well, she does go 30 feet like away.
Yeah. You sort of move diagonally the second.
Directly in front of the door.
Moving back on the outside, Audrey, the second you see the door covered in the most amount of webbing, where the webbing looks a little more artistic than it does anywhere else, you simply blip through it, appearing across just as Cathander rips that page, and you see it all vanish. Seconds after that point, a massive hand just kind of grabs the door as it splinters away in your hand, and I will say this is the point where you size back down only to large, just so you can fit through the door.
Yeah, it's like you see this like flaming fist come through the door, and then it shrinks, and I'm standing there in the doorway. What is it? Where's the brawl?
Did they see me ripping the page, or they just saw it disappearing?
Audrey saw you ripping the page. Iron did not.
Oh, shit. And I'm assuming my hand is, like, still up aiming at the door as he, like, breaks it?
Yes. Your hand is still up at the door. You can see the symbol of a closed lock in the middle of his hand as the door crumples in and your spell fizzles as there is no longer a target to cast it on.
Can't lock a door if there ain't no door.
There ain't no door to lock.
I'd be very... Sorry, I said... Go on.
No, continue.
No, that was it.
Oh, okay.
I'd say Iron
So,
just like... sorry, go ahead.
She's just gonna say... None of us are gonna get words out. She's just gonna say, we saw lots of webs, which means spiders, which means you were probably in trouble.
Are you? You connected spiders to me being in trouble?
Look, you have a really weird relationship with them.
It's definitely
you saw my house back in Daedalus, right?
They did, yes.
Did you tell anybody else?
It's not mine to tell.
Well, I'm fine.
DM, did I see webs?
Inside check.
Yeah, DC 5.
DC
20.
He's not fine.
You're not fine.
Trying 2 minutes
DC
ago,
5.
like French and sweat. Damn, am I that? Do I look that awful?
Yes. Andre, you look at this man, tear marks still actively running down his face. His hair is a different color. His hands are kind of like, not quite bruised, but they look that like little bit red. He still looks out of breath. He's actively sweating. His hair is a complete mess. You are looking at somebody who generally presents themselves as credible, as integral, as, you know, important. And you are looking at kind of what the equivalent of blackout drunk would be for just being completely inconsolably destroyed.
If you're fine, I'm the magistrate of Daedalus, which I'm not, so you're not. Also, there's something funky going on with your hair. I'm sure I can fix it later for you if you want, but that's inconsequential right now. Why are you crying? Do you want to talk about it? And would you like a hug?
When she said my hair, I'd assume a little girl's room would have a mirror.
Yeah,
So
several.
the first thing I do when she says hair is go to a mirror.
It looks shock white, the same color as Fear and the Sisters.
I just start crying again, and I'd fall onto the ground, I'd say, and then I'd just be like, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. That's it.
She just grumbles something under her breath about remembering to prepare calm emotions from now on.
You know what?
Umber goes up to him and tries to give him a hug.
Yeah?
Iron's just going around the room checking for spiders. Holding
Yeah,
you're ready.
You're doing a double check around the room. You can see some spiders, but they look of the normal, non-evil, spooky variety. As soon as you see them, they scuttle away quickly out a window.
I'll just look at him and I'll just say, Olavesh chun okasach.
Nice.
Anybody here know Dwarvish?
No.
Damn.
No.
No.
He just cursed us. He's
Who
like,
knows
"Filthy
Dwarvish?
rich."
It's like asking who knows Elvish. Like, elves aren't even real.
Well, if you did know Dwarvish, you would have heard eight-legged freaks.
Nice.
Cool.
I just hear him speak like a foreign language, and I'd be like, okay, and then continue crying. Did Father hurt you guys?
No, we're perfectly fine. We were just worried about you.
Isla, don't you worry about us now. We're here.
I'm so sorry. I dragged you all into this mess. To my family's stupid issues. To everything, and now you guys are prisoners here? Which I know he said we weren't, but trust me, we are.
Prisoners? I've been one of those before. That's certainly not what this is.
Trust me, lad. They don't want me being enclosed in a small room.
What happened? What were you guys doing this entire day? Were you just doing as he says? Were you building the gate? Working on it?
No,
I was.
no.
You were. He was getting a haircut before his beard.
Haircut?
You changed your hair color and he got his beard trimmed. It's apparently a very busy hair day.
The beard's intact, but the eyebrows are gone.
Yeah. Well, he got his eyebrows trimmed.
Quite a close trim.
You can just look over at Ira, his eyebrows are completely fucking gone. You can't tell if he's surprised, angry, nothing.
That's funny as fuck. What about you, Audrey?
I was interior decorating because the room they put us in was awfully drab and needed a whole bunch of more color. And I had a lovely butler. Her name was Alice, and she showed me all around everywhere. It was quite delightful, actually. I didn't realize you were in such a state. I would have come to find you sooner if I hadn't. You should really start telling us things.
Cathander, could you go ahead and give me a history check with advantage?
Oh, I'm good with those. Was it about Alice?
Yes.
Oh, I don't think I'd know her, because you said she's been working here for 4 years.
You would know her as, like, one of the butlers who is reprimanded the most.
I got a 23.
Yeah, you would know her as the troublemaker amongst the staff, which really just kind of means talking out of turn, or dropping a plate once every 4 months, or very minor things that these people would be like, oh my god, did you hear about this?
Oh, okay, Alice, you say? Yeah, I like that. I like Alice. She's a troublemaker just like me. Yeah, she's quite a troublemaker. I like her. I mean, she's got quite a blubber mouth. Did she tell you anything?
She told me we're here for an event next weekend.
An event? My father told me nothing about that. Care to explain?
I don't know anything about it. She just said that we were here for an event.
Insight check, Cathander. Deception check, Audria.
I was about to ask. Okay, I'm not bad with those. Let's go. Dice. Today's dice are good. They're making up for last session's.
Fuck!
No.
I got
the dice have spoken.
Oh my god!
How much did you get?
A nat 1.
A nat 1.
Yeah.
For a total of 2. Everett has decreed that she looks guilty as fuck.
Yeah. And an 18.
Oh my god.
I'm not even gonna flash a genius because there's no point.
You would need 4 people to flash of genius you for that.
Everybody in the room flashes you, even myself.
And the secret 4th person who's been here the whole time.
Yeah. Our ghost.
But yes.
You gotta keep the truth from yourself, even.
What would I figure out?
You look at Audrey, and as she's like, no, I don't have any details, her eyes are, like, darting around the room. She does that, like, kick of the floor thing. She just kind of sways her foot back and forth. It's very clear that she knows a lot more than she's letting on, but it's also clear that the reason she's not giving you all this information is not out of malice. It is out of, you are actively sobbing on the floor. There's for sure a better time.
I just say, you expect me to share more about myself when you're hiding something about me right now?
Okay, so, hear me out, right? you are currently not in the best space emotionally. I get it. Big emotions, do big things, create a lot of feelings inside of ourselves. I would prefer to talk to you when you have had a couple minutes to collect yourself again. And have maybe had a snack and something to drink and another hug. I think that would be for the best. Because you are not looking so good right now.
At this, you hear a knock on the door. No one's in there. It was literally
What door? What door?
On the wall. You hear a knock on the wall.
The door frame.
Yeah, you hear a knock on the banister of where the door should be. No one's there. You can see someone's just waiting around the corner and did that to get at least one of your attentions.
Can I go? Like, wipe away my tears while walking to see what that was?
Mm-hmm. You see Conwell waiting out there. He's prim and proper. He's got a long twirly mustache. And he turns over at you and goes, "Good Sir Cathander, dinner is ready. Your father and sister have arrived."
Oh, shit. Okay, as soon as I hear he said my sister, I'd turn around to Audrey and Iron, like, a full mood switch, like, hysterically crying to being, like, the happiest person ever. I'd be like...
That's healthy.
Yeah. It's giving bipolar, if I'm being honest. I'd be like, "Guys, come meet my sister," and then I just run as fast as I can down the stairs, not caring if I trip up.
Awesome. As you
gonna call after him. Wait, you look like a mess.
As you pass by, Conwell snaps his fingers and casts prestidigitation on you to clean you off.
Beat me to it.
You still look a little rough, but it's just every one of these servers knows how to cast prestidigitation to make people presentable if ever they need to be presented.
So now I have, like, a cool hairstyle with white hair?
It's the same hairstyle as you normally have.
Okay.
It's just sort of shock white, kind of silvery.
Well, that's gonna be fun to explain.
You all make it down to the nearby kitchen, and there are several people there. Cathander, you recognize many a cousin, and notice there are a few people from other noble households, other nearby businesses of acclaim, a few investors. Your father at one end of the table, you positioned to sit at the other, and your sister is next to you.
Everybody's sitting down?
Yeah, everybody is already sitting down. People are still kind of trickling in, hanging their coats up, as you sort of, I will say, as respectfully as possible, barge through the front doors and are greeted with this scene of several people, all of whom you recognize, very few of whom you like.
True. Can I just go to Scarlet right away, not even, like, minding anybody else in the room?
Yeah, you sit down at the seat that's been pulled out for you, which is at the opposite end of the table, and she waves at you super frantically. She's like, "Cathander, I didn't think you would be coming back."
Just before that, I have a question.
Go for it.
Would this chair be the chair that my mom would usually sit in?
Yes, it would.
Then I'd like to ask any of the servers to bring me another chair and to leave that chair empty.
Do you mean that spot at the table or that chair specifically?
No, that chair specifically.
No.
But like also, I'll leave the chair also. Just like give me another chair close, in the middle between that chair and my sister's.
Yeah. It wouldn't be. Excuse me. It wouldn't be the chair. It would just be like where she sat.
Yeah, exactly. I want to keep that empty.
Okay. You keep that empty. You move to the other side of Scarlet. I will say, sort of marching order here would be Scarlet, Cathander, Audrea, Iron. Sort of along about half of one end of the table. Your father...
Wait, are we supposed to see something?
Looks over at you, kind of... And he decides to leave it as the food begins being brought out. And with the starting of dinner, and with everything that has happened, I will see you all next week.
You're so mean. You're so mean.
Yep.
Another cliffhanger.
Yeah. When is it not a cliffhanger?
When I don't have enough time to prepare one.
Well, what did Scarlet say? I couldn't catch that.
Yeah, Scarlet was saying, Cathander, I didn't think you would have come back.
Oh, I did not. So trust me.
Alright. Bye.